All things covered, listeners and viewers. If you guys been following the show, you know exactly how it goes. First quarter, here's where we chop it up. And in this chopping it up segment, we're going to take you guys into the life of draft prospects. We've been doing that over the last few weeks, trying to give you guys the feeling of how it feels to be a draftable player. Pat mentioned it in the intro. We have two outstanding up-and-coming corners that will be drafted high in this upcoming NFL draft. So in this chopping it up segment, we're going to take you guys into the pre-draft workouts. Pat P got drafted. I got drafted. And upon us getting drafted, we had to go somewhere to get into the training element to be able to put up outstanding numbers at the combine during our pro day, to be able to go as high as possible. And Pat P, you put up astronomical numbers at the combine, but you had to train to be able to be precise and consistent and giving the world what they wanted to see from you. So take us into what your pre-draft workout was and how consistent it was and some of the unique things you were able to do to be able to run that fast 40.
Man, it was a joy, actually, man. I loved every minute of that process, being able to train. I almost felt like a fighter. I almost felt like a boxer. You know what I mean? You get ready for that big night just to show everybody everything that you've been training, everything that you've been working for and working towards, that, you know, you put it on tape right now. So, man, that process for me was unbelievable, man. I had the opportunity to work out in Florida, work out with my dad, world-class speed, at FAU. So that was awesome. And, you know, it was a grind every day. It was a grind every single day. But the biggest shock to me was I never was really worried about like my weight or whatever, but I always was a big boy. So I never weighed myself throughout the process, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember going to the thing, and I remember watching like the draft, like the combine stuff on TV or whatever. And still, Mac, I ain't weighed myself the night before. I ate some good pasta and everything. I'm trained. You know, I'm in the hallway the night before, you know, getting my 40, you know, my forms and all that stuff down pat. So I was like, man, I gotta have me a good dinner because, you know, I want to make sure, because I exerted all my energy that day. So I want to give me some good pasta, make sure I got me some good energy, and just, you know what I mean, just let that thing go tomorrow. Man, I got on that scale. I think it was John Lott. Shout out to John Lott.
Coach Lott.
I think John Lott was calling out the weights. Yeah, he'll call out the weights. He was a bench press guy. Uh-huh. So Coach John Lott was like 2197. I was like, damn. I'm 219. I ain't never weighed myself, Mac. So now,
the entire draft process, working out, you never got on the scale.
Never weighed myself. I'm just worried about just training, like, because I ain't worried about like how heavy I am. I know I'm going to perform. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to perform. Especially
what did you think you weighed, Pat? What you thought you weighed?
I was around like, because I went into LSU at 205, so I always was like a big boy. And you knew, like, you know, in college it be getting all this creatine, all this powder. You work out every damn day. So I was just gaining nothing but muscle. I thought I was like 210 though, 211, 210. Man, he said 2198. I said, damn.
Wait a minute. So let me ask you this question. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, if you were 210, 208.
Man, I would have listened. I would have been like Dion. I would have kept running.
You think you could have clocked 4.2 if you would have been that light?
Man, no doubt about it, man. I'm telling you, because I had no clue I was that big. I thought that weight wasn't, you know, because I worked out every day. It wasn't like I was just chilling. You know what I mean? So I worked out every single day. I mean, every day, even on Sundays, doing beach workouts. Like when I say it was like a boxer mentality, that's how I train every single day. So like I said, I really never cared about my weight. That was the least of my concerns. But when he said that 219, I was like, damn. I was like, damn, that's kind of big. But I ended up going out there. You know, my numbers backed it up. You know, I ended up running the 4.34, you know, jumped out the building, you know, 10.9, I think, 10.9, 10.8 on the bar jump, low sixes in the three cones. So, you know, everything that I worked for, though, everything that I prepared myself for throughout the process of getting myself prepared for that, it definitely showed, you know. So I grind, man. Like, you know, Mac, you came to a couple of sessions, you know,
no question.
You were still in the league, you know, at the time. So, you know, I work my tail off every day. So And it showed.
Yeah.
How was it? Because I know you went to
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I was there right before Katrina. Working out with the legendary great Tom Shaw.
That's his name.
Florida State guy T. Shaw. It was a good experience for me because Tom Shaw was a well-known trainer, getting guys ready for the draft. So there was a lot of other players there that were a part of my class that were there. A lot of fellow DBs. So we got a chance to train together. One unique thing about Tom Shaw, though, Pat P, he was gonna make sure you were in shape.
Yeah,
we used to run so much. We used to run. Tom Shaw facilities in New Orleans was off of Williams Boulevard, if I'm not mistaken. And we used to run to the canal where they had the big boat, the trolley looking boat.
Yeah.
Man, we used to have to run there and run back. And that could have been almost like 10 miles. That used to be the warm-up.
Oh.
That was the warm-up. I'm like, Coach Shaw, what you doing, man? I ain't no cross-country runner. Like, you gonna run me home, man. I'm not. I signed him to run the 40.
Hey, man, Tom,
my drills.
That's how I like it.
We used to run to the trolley and run back. And you competitive, so you don't want to be at the back of the line.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't want to be back there with the offense and defense alignment. So, man, we used to have to do that, man. We did that like at least twice a day. And one thing Tom Shaw used to do for us, man, like on Saturdays would be a bonus day. So we would come in on Saturday, and that's when he would emphasize stuff, for the bench press, repetitions and stuff like that, burnout. So we'll do a whole bench workout on Saturday, and then at the end, he'll go get a full deck of cards, fresh deck of cards.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll shuffle the cards up real nice. So all of us, if it's 15, 12, it doesn't matter how many people, one person will always pluck a card off the deck. Whatever card comes up, that number, you do that amount of push-ups along with that amount of sit-ups. Bro. So if you get a face cards count as 10, just like the number 10. So anytime he flip a card over, or we got 10 push-ups, we got 10 full sit-ups, right? No one holding your legs. When you got someone holding your legs doing sit-ups, it's a little easy. It's easier. So T. Shaw would be like, no, y'all got to get this core together. You know what I mean? So we're going to work on this bench, and you're going to work on this core at the same time. So we had to go through the deck of cards, go through it, and then go through it again. So by the time you get to that second deck, man, you can't even scratch your shoulder. You know what I mean? Trying to take a shower. I can't even wash my back because I'm so tight. But I can tell you this much: he had your core right. He had your core right, and your lungs were right.
Yeah, I remember them Wednesday beach workouts in Orlando. I'm not beach, pool workouts in Orlando on that resort.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah. Running the opposite way with the current.
Yes, sir.
Around the lazy river.
No question, Pat. You were getting top tier training in high school.
I know, man. That's what I said. Man. I was blessed, man, to see it before. I was able to really live it. So that's why I think it came easy to me. Once I was able to be in the league, as far as knowing how to train in all season, as far as knowing what type of food to put in your body, as far as how to travel, the most important thing is how to manage your time, do all of that, especially when you have a wife, kids, other things that you may want to do, throughout the day. So I think that's definitely something that guys lose the art of managing their time throughout the day, making sure they're making the most of it throughout the day.
No doubt. And those are some things that for you guys that are watching us on YouTube, I hope everybody's subscribing to our YouTube page. We thank you for the viewers that we currently have. And the same can be said for the podcast. You guys want to get your workout on, go ahead and get you a nice warm up for about 6 miles. Or you want to get you a nice core and push up workout, go through a deck of cards and leave us a 5-star question about that experience. We love to hear some of the normal viewers that we have that are not as athletic go through a deck of cards at least 2 times, and let's see how that experience was for you. We would definitely love to answer or talk about it here on the show. All right, second quarter where things kind of change up a little bit. Coaches got to make their adjustments. Players got to make their adjustments. And here on our show, when we tap into the second quarter, this is the favorite part of a lot of people's show. Has Pat heard? I think we need to get some t-shirts with Pat P face. Has Pat heard? This is the part of the show where we ask Pat random sports related questions because during the off season, if you're new to the show, Pat P travels, he moves around a lot. He plays a lot of golf. You know, he's working out. So he's not really in tune with what is going on in the sporting world. So we decided to implement this part of the show. Currently, Pat's record so far, he's 13 of 22 stories that he's heard before. So he's gotten 13 right. He's gotten 22 wrong. This is a big one right here for Pat P. Starting off the show, has Pat heard Sam Darnold just got traded?
Damn. To who?
Wait a minute. What? You said to who?
I just saw that they had him at the face of the ticket office the other day. Of the ticket center.
Hey, how it started and how it's going. You know the little meme they be having on social media now? Yeah, how it started was his face was on the ticket office. How it's going, he's no longer with the Jets.
I saw Adam Scheffler. He had posted, it was like, man, do the ticket office know something we don't? So I thought he said, where did he go?
He just got.
I haven't heard.
You haven't heard that? It just happened today. Breaking news everywhere.
Oh, okay, good. I'm happy it happened 2 days ago or something like that.
No, it ain't happened 2 days. It just happened today. Well, he got traded to the Carolina Panthers.
What?
And guess what they gave up? What? They gave up a 6th rounder this year, a 4th rounder.
Carolina gave this up.
Yeah, Carolina gave up a 6th rounder this year, a 4th rounder this year, and a 2nd rounder next year.
Say that one more time.
A 6th rounder in this year's draft and a 4th rounder in this year's draft. And then in 2022's draft, they gave up a 2nd rounder. So a total of 3 picks, but the highest round pick they gave up was 1 2nd rounder.
And
Heck, gave up a second. What? No. Miami gave y'all a 2nd rounder for Josh Rosen a few years ago, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No. Hey, but tell me this though. What pick is the Jets this year in the I'm not Jets, the
number 2.
Carolina Panthers.
Okay, Carolina had the 8th pick in this year's draft. Now, they said the Panthers were thinking about taking a quarterback. Now, this move makes sense.
A quarterback.
Huh?
I thought they was going to definitely take a quarterback because they got a lot of quarterbacks in this draft that fits. You know, what's the coach name out there again?
Matt Rule.
Yeah, Matt,
and Joe Brady. And got Joe Brady.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a lot of quarterbacks in this draft that fits, you know, what they're looking for.
Well, the thing is with the Panthers, I guess they felt like whatever quarterback they can get their hands on at the 8th pick probably isn't the same level as Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold might be a few notches ahead of them, right? Because all the top tier guys would be gone. Huh?
They can't be thinking that because they gave up too much.
But Patty only gave up 1 2nd round. They gave up a 6 and a 4th. You know, 6th rounders don't even really make the team.
I get that, but you still can find some diamonds in the rough.
You can. But the thing is, look at this. They got their quarterback in place. If it don't work out, you only basically losing a 2nd rounder. If it don't work out,
money though too. Did he just sign a big deal?
No, he's still in his rookie deal.
Okay, yeah, they blessed him. Yeah,
he's still in his rookie deal. And you can add another piece to the puzzle with the 8th overall selection. So look at this scenario. This is why I think it makes sense.
Quality. It's not like he's not a bad quarterback. I mean, he's
Pat P. Adam Gates made Ryan Tannehill look like some cold slaw.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not like he's not a bad. I would like to see him in a different system because obviously everybody who's been around Adam has not been, you know, very successful. But I think, you know, he can throw the ball now. It's not like he's not a bad quarterback.
He just didn't have sound structure around him.
Right. But I just think I don't know, he is kind of mobile too. So I don't know, it might work out.
A change of scenery may help because we thought Ryan Tannehill was some cold slaw until he went to Tennessee.
Some cold.
You know, you get the wrong batch of coleslaw, don't taste too good. You know, you can't eat everybody's coleslaw.
Man.
No question. That coleslaw, man.
How they do it, Mac?
No, I don't want no coleslaw. Yeah. We thought Ryan Tannehill was some coleslaw until he got to Tennessee and got away from Adam Gates. So maybe this could be a situation for the Carolina Panthers.
This might definitely be, you know, something that can help out.
And with the 8th pick, look, players that could be available, because the top 3 teams definitely will take a quarterback. Atlanta might take a quarterback at 4. So the players that could be available: Sewell, the lineman from Oregon, freaking Kyle Pitts, the tight end, could be available. Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle. There are going to be a lot of quality players there available at 8 if the top 4 teams take a quarterback. The wild card definitely is Atlanta. We know Jacksonville taking a quarterback. The Jets going to take a quarterback, and San Francisco going to take a quarterback. So if Atlanta takes a quarterback also, I mean, when you Carolina going to be in the catbird seat, to say the least. So, what Pat P, you did not hear.
I did not hear that, say the least.
Pat said this had his face on the ticket office. Yeah.
It did.
How it started. How it's going. The next question for Pat P. Your former coach, Bruce Arians, got a Super Bowl tattoo. You saw the tattoo.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the tattoo.
He got his tattoo. He made a promise. He made a promise when the Bucks won the Super Bowl, he'd get a tattoo.
Yep.
Yeah. Heck, I would ask you, would you get a tattoo in Super Bowl? But that won't be crazy for you because you got a whole bunch of tats. So
yeah, I already got some, but I ain't getting no more tattoos. I'm done with that.
Okay, so you won a Super Bowl this year, Minnesota Vikings. You ain't getting no tattoo. Nah. You sure?
Kiss the Lombardi.
Okay.
And get ready for the next one.
You gonna get the skull? You gonna get the skull clap?
Yeah, get a skull. Yep.
All right. Next question for you. NFL could loosen the jersey number restrictions. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. I'm trying to get Seb, man. Hell with all that. I'm trying to rock Seb this year.
You trying to get Seb?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Whoa. If they actually do that, you really want to change your number to 7?
I want to rock Sam, not 7. Sam.
Wow. And for the listeners and viewers that are watching us, the NFL, they're thinking about changing the rule. So notable corners could wear any jersey number from 1 through 49 instead of 20 through 49. Also, linebackers could wear numbers from 90 through 90. 90 through 99 linebackers. Offensive skill positional players could wear any jersey number from 1 through 49. So Pat P would get number 7. I like
Sam.
Pat P will go after number Sam. All right. Oh, let me see if you heard this. It's the Masters week. All right. So we got a big time question for you regarding the Masters. Do you know who the favorite to win the tournament is?
I don't know who's the favorite. If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say
you get 2 guesses. We give you 2 guesses.
Oh, you give me 2?
Yep.
Dustin Johnson probably got to be one of them.
That's one. Okay, you got that one right.
Yeah, that dude just playing unbelievable right now, and like his coach said, like he's the closest thing right now, as far as intimidation, as far as his skill set. Mm-hmm. When he's on, he's like Tiger Woods. Like ain't nobody touch him.
He's 9-1. He's the favorite. Yeah. So who else would be after DJ?
After him, I'll probably say Xavier Schauffele.
He's not even in the top 6.
Okay, my next, I got the first one right, so I get another guess then. Man, much as I want to say, I know they don't have. Oh, what is that? Like, what is that? Superman?
Huh? You supposed to know who that is, man. The logo, man.
Oh, it's Jordan Speed?
Yeah, he's a second. He's a second favorite. Yeah, that Jordan.
Really?
Jordan.
I know Jordan just won this past week, but Jordan been playing really good all season. He just haven't. Yeah, he haven't been able to close the door, but he closed that door Sunday. He played okay Sunday to get the win, but he's been playing well all season. And plus, he won there, a couple times or one time. Mm-hmm. And been in contentions there every time he plays. So this course actually sets up great for Jordan because he don't hit the ball very long, but he's a great iron and putter. So I can see Jordan being in that final group. Him and Dustin in the final group on Sunday.
The top 6 goes as listed: Dustin, Jordan, Justin, Bryson, John Rahm, friend of the show, and Roy McIlroy.
And I think Go ahead.
I was saying November. Remember the Masters happened in this past November. You picked Bryson. Who are you picking this time?
I'm gonna go with Dustin. Like I said, when Dustin's on, he's pretty good. But for some odd reason, and that's almost like his home course because he grew up not too far from there, so he played that course all the time. But I don't know what it is because he hits the ball. I don't know if he hit the ball too far and putting the ball in bad places on the course. That's why I think Bryson have a hard time playing there because you don't really need to bomb the ball there because, those greens are very, very tricky, as those guys know, when it comes down to the approach shots. I believe that's the defense of that course, and also the weather can be a defense as well. So, it's all about putting the ball in great positions, as, the past winners would tell you, throughout the whole course and making sure you stay patient, when you get into 8-man corner. So that course, it definitely presents a lot of challenges, but I just think Bryson just hits the ball too far there for some odd reason. It's just, I don't know if because it's a tree line course and the lines he want to take is just, it just puts him in bad spots sometimes. But I'm going to take Dustin. I'm going to take Dustin to win it this go around. But I will not be surprised if Jordan wins it because, like I said, Jordan been playing some really, really good golf this year. But who I would love to see in contention, man, is my boy Ricky Fowler, man. I would love to see Ricky in contentions on Sunday. Having the opportunity to put that green jacket on because Ricky's one of my favorite players, and him and Justin, like far as the younger generations of golfers. So I would love to see either one of those guys put on a show on Sunday and try to get that first green jacket.
What about Brooks coming off an injury? What do you think about his chances?
Yeah, Brooks Koepka, he can be up there too. I think his game has been in good shape thus far. Winning the waste management early this year, had an opportunity to play with him in the Pro-Am. We came in second place this year. I forgot who we lost to. But yeah, that was a pretty cool opportunity to be able to meet and play with Brooks. Gained another fan of mine, and also same for him. But this course is in prime shape for Brooks because he always plays this little baby butter cut, same as Justin. I just think those guys that play that cut, it just lands softly in the right places to where they can control it a little bit better to be able to go pin seeking to give them the best opportunity to score.
Okay. I like it. We talk everything here on All Things Covered, and Pat P, he's all involved when it comes to golf. He knows his golf like the back of his hand. So, let's recap. Has Pat heard? So you only
that was the last one?
Yeah, that's the last one. So you got one wrong. Man. Yeah, definitely above 500. You were three for four. 3 for 4 today. Yeah. Okay.
I feel good about the day, man. Feeling good about it.
3 for 4 today. Has Pat heard?
Yep.
Productive day. 3 for 4. We add that to your overall record, and let's jump right back on it next week. But you didn't know Sam Darnold got traded to the Carolina Panthers.
It just happened today, so
it just happened today.
This is a part of the show that that we definitely love to interact with our fans and our listeners. It's 21 questions where we get a chance to interact with you, the viewers and listeners. If you want your questions to be answered in the future, leave a question attached to a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and we may get it on the show. This week, we got one from Coach's Dreams. It said, "Do you think?" I think this one's going to Mac.
Yep.
Who do you think? All right, here we go. Who do you think is the best cornerback in this year's draft, and who is the sleeper cornerback to look out for? Since Mac, you've been doing a lot of, you had that, that coaching's cap on all combine leading up to the draft. Talk to me a little bit.
Talented group of guys. As in every year, when you look at the cornerbacks that will get drafted, I think right now it's a traffic jam of the top guys. Caleb Farley definitely was in that conversation, but the injury concern. He just had a back ailment that was he was diagnosed with. I think he had a minor surgery, so he wasn't able to do anything at his pro day. Now, he had a lot of hype before that injury surfaced as potentially being the first corner to come off the board. But Pat P, you know how it is when people hear about that injury, especially having to have some type of surgery, you kind of lose some of the spunk, you know, some of the fire that you had associated with your name. So I won't have him in this conversation because of the injury. But when healthy, he could easily be a guy that could be the first to come off the board at cornerback position. So right now it's a two-headed race between Pat Surtain Jr. and J.C. Horn, who we will have joining us in a few moments. Make sure you stay tuned for that conversation, along with Asante Samuel Jr., who will be joining us as well. But I think those two guys will be the top two corners right now, and here's why. Pat Surtain, extremely safe pick. The guy's been playing cornerback, seems like forever, at American Heritage High School there, where he played corner. His father played corner. Pat Surtain Sr. for the Miami Dolphins had a real good career. Kansas City as well. So he's been taught the cornerback position, seems like forever. Then he goes to Alabama. Eventually jumps into the starting lineup as a freshman, put up nothing but hot tape. So he has the experience. He has the knowledge of the position, and he's been battle tested, to say the least. Just in practice alone at Alabama. Think about some of the receivers he went against, you know, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, you know, Waddle, Devontae Smith, John Mechie III. So many elite, prolific like pass catchers that he had to battle against in practice. And then that success carried on to SEC play. And he put up good numbers at the pro day. So he has everything you would want from a corner. Then here comes J.C. Horn, who got better every year, had a heck of a season before opting out, and then put up real good numbers as well during his pro day. So it depends on your system. You know what I mean? People forget, just because you're a dynamic player does not mean you will have that same production in every system and being utilized the right way. You came out of college, you know, you're a man-to-man corner. You probably wouldn't have been as productive if you went to a cover 2-like scheme where they kind of emphasize the zone concepts. So it depends on the system for that said team that would determine who goes where. So I think, like I said, they're a traffic jam of those two players. They're in the same car, to say the least. Who gets out first, it depends on that organization and what they run on the defensive side. But I can tell you this much, you can close your eyes and pick either one. I think you'd be satisfied. That's how I see it, because they have hot tape and they were able to back that hot tape with real good numbers during their pro day. A sleeper cornerback to look out for, you know, I'm not going to throw Asante Samuel Jr. name into that, into the equation, because, you know, his name has been flirted around in the first round, you know, area, late first round. So clearly, if he goes in the first round, it won't be a surprise. But a sleeper I like to throw out that some people might not know of, Greg Newsome, cornerback from Northwestern. Pat P, around 6'1", 200 pounds, ran low 4.4, you know, high 4.3s, depending on who you're asking. Real good tape. And the thing I like about Northwestern defensive players, they know how to play defense on all three levels. They're coached the right way. If you look at some of his game footage from last year, go back and watch when he played against some of the elite teams in the Big Ten. He put up outstanding numbers. You know, only allowed in 6 ball games. He only allowed 12 receptions. You know what I mean? 12 receptions and just played real efficient, sound football, and he tackles well. So that's another name to kind of monitor when you talk about sleepers at the cornerback position, Greg Newsome. And he has the measurables, 6'1", 200, 205, ran a fast 40, jumped out of the gym, did a great broad jump, you know, has a real good fundamentals to go with his technique. And this is another kid, like I said, in 6 games, man, he played real good, sound football for Northwestern. And I love defensive players coming from Northwestern. So that could be a sleeper name to monitor in this month's NFL draft.